Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are at KLIA Terminal 1 for a very special event with All Nippon Airways. We're going to be celebrating 10 years since the launch of their Tokyo to Kuala Lumpur route. So join me, I'm going to take you through the proceedings here in the terminal and then we're going to head outside and have a look at the aircraft close up, inside and out. Let's get going. Now making our way through the terminal, currently in the main terminal building, and we're going to head over now on the Aerotrain. This will be my first time on the new Aerotrain actually, over to the satellite terminal and to the gate where the ANA flight will be departing from. So the ANA flight today, NH886, will be departing from gate C2, Charlie 2. And so we're just making our way over there now, and then we'll kick off the event. Here she is, the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner will operate today's flight NH886 back to Tokyo Haneda.
Happy 10th anniversary, Kuala Lumpur, ANA.
Cabin crew are now heading on board the aircraft to set up departure. Perhaps we might be able to get on board in a little while and have a look around the cabin before it gets too busy.
3, 1, 2, freestyle.
Stop.
Okay.
So very lucky, prior to passenger boarding, ANA have given us a chance to have a look on board the cabin. So we're heading into the aircraft now to have a good look around. So join me, let's head on board. Down the airbridge we go to this Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, which is just outside the window. Pretty cool opportunity to get on board. Here we are, stepping onto the Dreamliner. Let's turn to the right and have a look around. Here we are in the business class cabin. 42 seats spread across what I believe is 7 rows. 2-2-2 configuration, so not direct aisle access. And these are sort of a recliner type. I'm not sure if these are fully lie flat. No, ANA use these seats on their routes around the Asia Pacific region. ANA is not an airline I've flown with before, but certainly one I'd love the opportunity to fly with in the future. Especially wouldn't mind sitting in this business cabin. It's a very well distinguished airline. Japanese airlines are well known for their hospitality and high quality service. So yeah, but this cabin a little bit dated, doesn't represent the best of ANA's product, of course. In business class nowadays, they're offering the room, which is quite a revolutionary business class product, almost rivaling Q Suite in terms of space and comfort. So this is what they have on the regional end. As I was saying earlier, that's 7 rows, 6 seats, total of 42, in that 2x2x2 configuration. It's a rather open, airy and spacious cabin. There are centre overhead bins that does make it a little bit cramped perhaps in the middle rows, but otherwise not bad, just not particularly private. Of course there's unfortunately the trade-off with these sort of open cabin designs, and yeah, no direct aisle access either, so for those in window seats they have to climb over the person next to them to get out. And of course further back, economy class. Now there are 198 economy class seats here, spread across 2 cabins, and that's in a 3-3-3 configuration. Personally, one of my least favorite configurations to fly in, and it is quite tight on this Dreamliner. The legroom is not particularly great, as I'll show you in a little while. Yeah, wouldn't like to be flying in this sort of cabin for any long haul journey, that's for sure. Let's look at the seats close up. I think this would probably be about 30-inch pitch of legroom. Not entirely sure of the numbers, but I'll check them later on. All seats with back in-flight entertainment. But certainly the cabin looking a little dated compared to the modern standard of economy class. Every year things get better and better. Airlines are leading the way, especially those in the Middle East and Singapore. But the Japanese airlines hold strong, maintain a very, very high reputation globally. Alright, so we've had our time on board the aircraft. Now it's time to head back out, allow the cabin crew to make their final preparations, and then the passengers will start getting on board and get this flight underway to Tokyo Haneda. Last look at this business class cabin. We'll head back into the terminal and continue with the celebrations there. There we go, nice little aircraft tour. We should head back outside to continue there. Thank you, safe flight.
Thank you.
Bye bye, thank you. Safe flight, Captain. Okay. All done. Time to walk back into the terminal. We'll get back to the celebrations in there.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. One video. Okay. Wave, huh? Wave. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
So now we're heading back down the jet bridge, but this time we're not going on board the aircraft, we're heading downstairs onto the apron to have a good look around the exterior of the aircraft. This will be good fun. So these days ANA operates 2 flights, 2 daily flights to Kuala Lumpur, 1 from each of the Tokyo airports, Narita and Haneda. And these flights are both utilising the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner at the moment. That's a 240-seat configuration, 2-class cabins, so 42 seats in business class and 198 in economy class. So here we are on the ground with that Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner. This is Juliet Alpha 835 Alpha, which is about 15 years old now. Yeah, so been around longer than this route has been operating. Probably operated it many times in the past, and today she's going to be flying NH886 back to Tokyo Haneda. So as we've mentioned before, what we're celebrating today is 10 years of ANA's Tokyo to Kuala Lumpur route. I'll just give you a bit of history on that. So back on 1st September 2015, ANA launched the NH815-816 service from Tokyo Narita over to Kuala Lumpur International Airport. And on the 2nd of September, which is exactly 10 years ago today, is when the first service departed from Kuala Lumpur International Airport back to Tokyo. A year later, ANA then added a route from Tokyo Haneda, NH885886, and today that's actually the flight that we're covering, as the Narita service, the departure out of KL is very early in the morning, just after sunrise, so a rather unsociable hour. So instead, today's 10 years event is centered around NH886 here behind me, which will be departing back to Tokyo Haneda. Something I always like to do when I'm out here on these airside tours is get a bit of an elevated view of the aircraft we're checking out. So let's head up one of the other air bridges and we can have a look back over at the ANA aircraft. Up we go. It's Charlie 4. And if I take a look over to my right, there we are. Perfect. So a little bit of trivia for you. It turns out that 2015 route launch wasn't actually the first time that ANA started flying to Malaysia. In fact, from what I could find online, the ANA Malaysia office opened in Kuala Lumpur back in October of 1990, and ANA launched flights from Osaka Kansai Airport to Kuala Lumpur, and so that was the first time that ANA operated to Malaysia. Apparently they were using the Boeing 747-200 on a 5-weekly flight from Osaka into Subang. But that route closed in 2001, citing insufficient passenger numbers. And it wasn't again until 2015 that ANA would operate flights to Malaysia with the launch of that Tokyo Narita to Kuala Lumpur service. Terima kasih. Thank you, ANA. 10 years of service to Kuala Lumpur International Airport, connecting both Tokyo Narita and Haneda. And there we go, sending off NH886 back to Tokyo, off to Haneda she goes. Safe flight. Walking out behind the ANA team, the ground staff here at Kuala Lumpur, make sure everything runs smoothly for the airline on the ground. Well done to them for organizing today's event so well. We're very happy to have had ANA flying here for 10 years on the Tokyo to Kuala Lumpur route, a vital connection between Malaysia, truly Asia, and the land of the rising sun. So yeah, thank you ANA for 10 years, and we look forward to many more years of partnership. And off she goes. That was a wonderful event. Wrapped up in style, thanks to all Nippon Airways. They put on a great show for us today. So there we go, the aircraft's taxiing out. That will conclude today's event. We're all done here on the ground. I'm going to head back inside the terminal now, pack up and head home. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, coming along on this airside adventure. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are in the world. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
1, 2, 3.
Happy 10th anniversary, ANA!